constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Nebraska's offense comes onto the field first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested.
Turning it on! They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with a single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? This time it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The handoff to Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan's offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the catch on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
It's a reverse. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run play action. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now he is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Wants to throw on third down. Pulls it in. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Run in the red zone. It's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. To the air, it's Underwood. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Fitted in the window for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go in. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Key. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's going to run it. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
To the ground. He's got it again. And you want to talk about game tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Makes the grab. It's Hunter. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Snagged out of the air. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is on its way. So here comes the Michigan offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They didn't handle the rigors of a Big Ten schedule very well a season ago, and hoping that they've learned some lessons they can use this year.
I think the coaching staff also thinks, Reese, that they're a more mature team. They have better leadership in the locker room. And, David, they're hoping that that's going to show up week in, week out in what's going to be a brutal Big Ten schedule.
Brutal. And, listen, you're hoping also they got something in their neck, right? Like, you're hoping they want some payback, right? Because that should have left a really bad taste in your mouth a year ago, and you should be ready to get that out, and you should be ready to extract some revenge. So let's see if this team comes out with a chip on their shoulder.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking for space. It's Marshall. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. There's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their 1st sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. He'll set up to throw. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Got his man on the right. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. He's got the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's key. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Looking for a gap. It's on. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good, easy call for the refs. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Going right to work up top. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. We just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Haynes. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's McCulley. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Just a short pass to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's a hit. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 2nd down coming up. To the air, it's Keene. Finds his big tight end. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the 1st half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the 1st half.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. The attempt is no good, and it is still a 4-point deficit. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Klein. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Simpson. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. The last-second quarterback pulled the football. He was able to complete the throw.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Klein. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on during the second half.
And you gotta love his defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. Free yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The give on the inside. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Haynes. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll leave it with the lone back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Line getting set on second down. Trying play action. The short hand, it's McCulley. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Raiola. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Using his legs, it's Haynes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Simpson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's McCulley. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for a crease, it's Marshall. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The Wolverines are on the move. Snap in the shotgun. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Marsh. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Snags it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They go right back to this guy on second and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll try to run for it. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 11 to Georgia State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Grabbed behind the line, it's Ives.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Got him downfield. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Intercepted to stop the threat.
Nice job by this defense. That
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively?